This your boy Black Youngster. Go get that shots forever. Long live Mo 3. CMG heavy count.
First thing first, when I wake up, I brush my teeth and roll up blunt up.
Okay, no, that ain't Dolph. I wouldn't even feel right. I feel so out of place over there.
I know I ain't think it was over with.
As a person of interest in Yound Dolph's murder has now also been killed. Family members confirmed Joshua Taylor was found shot and killed at Orange Mound yesterday afternoon, leaving that community on edge as they worry who might be next. WREG's chief investigator Jessica Gertler uncovered some new details about Taylor and his possible connection to that Yound Dolph case. What do you know, Jess?
Well, Greg, this goes back to February 2022. Joshua Taylor was named as a person of interest in Yound Dolph's death, but he was never charged. Tonight, police are remaining tight-lipped about this latest incident. Loved ones shared these photos of Joshua Taylor, the father of two, the latest victim of gun violence in Memphis. They were too upset to do an interview, but Tellis Taylor, also known as Ceo Teezy, was found shot to death in Orange Mound Wednesday at Spotswood and Bunton. Those who live nearby tell us Taylor was actually shot the night before, discovered lifeless in a car hours later. MPD says the investigation is ongoing, refusing to answer any questions about the case or whether it has any link to Memphis rapper Yound Dolph. In November 2021, Dolph was killed outside a South Memphis cookie store. 3 months later, MPD called Taylor and another man persons of interest. Taylor was reportedly questioned but never charged. Those close to the case tell us Taylor is part of a group, the same group linked to the suspects charged in connection with Dolph's murder. Taylor's death has left the community on edge, as many fear the violence isn't over, that retaliation will only continue. Last week, Demarcus Johnson pleaded guilty to 3 counts of accessory after the fact in Dolph's murder. Johnson was accused of helping the alleged shooters, one of them being his half-brother, get away.
Yeah, it's still true. That's what this deal is guilty pleas and Sean is, yeah, it's still true.
Demarcus Johnson is out on bond. He'll be sentenced in August. We've asked the DA's office if he'll get any protection, but haven't heard back.
What's going on? What's going on, y'all? This TRURESULTS. Salute to everybody. I got something I really need to share with y'all that kind of blew my mind. I'm gonna get straight into it. I had just got off the phone a few minutes ago, about 15 minutes ago. Somebody on the other end of the phone, I ain't gonna say no names, of course, dropped a bomb on me and told me to decode it because he don't know who's listening. Basically, I'm a decode. I'm gonna tell y'all the conversation. He said, this is how he said it. This is what I got from it. He's saying that Teezy, which is Straight Drop's right hand man, everywhere you see Teezy, 9 times out of 10 you see Straight Drop. I don't know because Straight Drop was grooming to be the rapper of the crew, which is a good way to, keep one foot in and one foot out the game. But they was buddy. I don't know if Straight Drop was second in command or whatever. But that way you seen Teezy, you seen Drop. Teezy, Drop. Straight Drop used to be right on the stage with Dolph back in the days. For those of you who did not know, yes, the one that would not eat the cheese, with the life sentence plus 35 additional years. Straight Drop used to be cool with Dolph. Everybody used to be cool with Dolph. J Money was the leader, the founder of TRUUUUUUU Mafia, and J Money was supposed to be next up under Dolph before Key Glot. If you didn't know, now you know. J Money had a brother named D Money. Dolph was grooming J Money to be up next. J Money was the founder, the leader, the head of TRUUUUUUU Mafia before he lost his life. Well, before he lost his life, his brother D Money had his own clique going on. He got unalive. J Money's brother. Now, the dude that they said had something to do with it, which is not proven, his name would be Big Unk. I know you heard that name before. He's currently doing a stint. We have no facts or no evidence that he had anything to do with D Money's demise, so we're just gonna leave it right there. But, and this is a little backstory, but this is the mistake that Dolph made, and everybody know it. This is what TRUUUUUUU, that's why TRUUUUUUUU came into the picture to have a hand in taking Dolph out, because Dolph made this major mistake and signed Big Unk to a paper route, to a PRE. He signed Big Unk. Everybody like, hold up. Everybody on TRUUUUUUU say, how you gonna sign? How you gonna sign the suspected killer of J Money's brother, Big Unk? You can't play both sides like that, and that's when the rift. That's just a little backstory. Quite sure some videos out there with the rundown, but that's how. See, TRUUUUUUU been doing a lot of things for a lot of people. You might well call them a rolling security team, or you know what I'm saying. Some people will say hit squad. That's not what I'm saying, but you know, you can put two and two together because they everywhere, in and out of town, and they connected bigger than you think they is. That's how you that's how you hear, that's how you get the photos with J Money, who I'm talking about, right next to Zebo. You know, Zebo, shit, he was a part-time basketball player, in my opinion. He was a full-time gang. Want to be the dope man. That's that. But you know what? That's who fun this shit. But everybody know it, but that's Memphis paper, so let that go. Now, it's crazy because that you can see the cracks and mistakes they made in the very beginning. I shout out to social media and the power of it to keep Dolph name alive, because as bad as they wanted to try to brush this under the rug, they couldn't do it without us. So that's one benefit of what I like to call anti-social media, is that you can use it for the right way to keep the beam on, you know, the spotlight on the darkness. So word got back for some kind of way that Teezy got to go now. Teezy knows a hell of a lot, because that's how they saying Teezy was a person of interest, because they start piecing this together in the very beginning and start picking up everybody. I heard that he picked up Jook. I heard that we know that he picked up Teezy and accidentally released him, like they did Shondell Barnett. Yes, they do have people in the court's clerk, the city clerk or whatever, clerk of court, that can move their paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Probably got somebody sitting in the courtroom that ROR your ass when you supposed to have $1 million bond. Oh yes, it's a dirty game. But if you know, you know. So Teezy had to go first, right? That's Big Jook, right? That's what the phone call was telling me. And like I said one more time, I have no evidence of this, but we just talking about it and see does it fit. Because as of today, there has been no update whatsoever on what happened to Big Jook. It's like you can tell something suspicious about that, because still talking about Dolph. So we'll get to that. We'll let time go by for that. But back to the story. If Big Jook got Teezy hit, is what he's saying, because to filter himself like gotta use Big Jook to be the street representative, and I'm just gonna do the corporate things, but we gotta stay separate. But see, that's another thing about that federal protection, because how in the hell your brother is the one that's unaliving people? Police been told him somebody finna kill him for running out the floor. We showed that black and white 2 year Big Jook. Police ran up on him and knocked on it. They're like, you know what? Somebody finna come on their way to kill your ass for running out from the plug at his trap house, Big Jook, years ago. So Big Jook gets Teezy knocked off because they was getting close, and they was looking for Teezy as a person of interest. Now, if Big Jook got Teezy knocked off to save himself, then that would mean Govan would have had to been next. Y'all see what's going on? So TRUUUUUUU didn't like that. If this story has any kind of substance for the people that know, they know. Right now, we just discussing it. If they knocked out Teezy, which is beloved and valuable and an asset to TRUUUUUUU, and Straight Drop feel like that. Yes, believe it or not, Straight Drop still can pull some strings from inside jail. Everybody knows that it never ends. Half of his partners in jail, right, in the penitentiary. But that means TRUUUUUUU would have to get some get back, because they already knew Big Jook took out Teezy. Well, we gotta take your ass out, and since you broadcasting live, don't forget that infamous post Jook made too. It kind of makes sense and go with this. If they can't snake you or something like that, what's that infamous post? Anybody know he made like the day before he got taken out? If they can't beat you, they'll snake you or something, like he already knew what was going to happen. And that's that. So y'all can get in the comment section and tell me how you feel about those new allegations that I just got a phone call from. Now, I can't verify any of this because I ain't that close. So I'm just going to keep it on a journalism aspect and just say this is not a conspiracy theory. This is just a conversation because somebody out there can add context to this discussion, because as I sit here right now, it makes a whole hell of a lot of sense when you think about it, when you put all the pieces together. And that would lead me to my next conversation or topic. Let's go to Govan while we hot right here. Let's just switch on into Govan because I'm glad it laid out like that. Let's go, true. Pay attention. Now, Govan, as you all know, has formally mean he went in front of the judge, and the judge asked him, well, Mr. Govan, what is your decision? Because if you either make a choice to take this plea deal today, or that's your last chance. We're going to trial starting July the 28th, 2025. Well, Govan said, I can't take the deal because unlike Straight Drop, I don't like cheese. I'm gonna eat the cheese. However, there you go. Right? And no, he say I love cheese, and and cheese is my favorite. So I'm not taking that deal, and I would tell anything I know, as I already did with my profit agreement, and everything I told. This is how y'all gonna do me? Y'all gonna offer me? Y'all gonna tell me? Y'all cut me a deal and tell me, well, the state with your cooperation, not the feds, because they hasn't showed their hand yet. The feds got some unsealed indictments and a whole lot of activity going on because, believe it or not, they sweeping the board. So time to tell that story about did gotta get away, or did he not? Or the feds doing their job. But let's stick to the state part right quick. First degree murder and conspiracy. First degree murder carries a sentence, maximum sentence of life. Conspiracy carries a maximum sentence of 40 years. Well, this is what you're going to trial to. So since you told us something and we made a proper agreement, by the way, I don't know. I still until today don't know if that proper agreement. Well, I guess you can make a proper agreement with the state. I'm not that educated on that aspect of it, but I did a little Googling, so mostly I seen the feds, but I did see a little bit of state. So we'll let time. Somebody get in the comments and let me know what you know. But back to this. So this is the offer we giving you, Govan. And I learned this through somebody that was just like Govan was hollering at. Y'all see him hollering at the wishing to the officers, where unfortunately True has been in and out and a lot of other places. But before I got here, I made a few bad charges and a whole lot of mistakes. And there's no excuse, but I've been in jail more than once before I get these 51 blessed years. But somebody told me that the deal that they offered him was 40 years. 40 years for the first degree murder, 20 years for the conspiracy to be ran concurrent. That means the 40 would eat up the 20. Now, I ain't know they can do that. I'm gonna have to Google that. But this is what ears fly on the wall told me. So that's verified. That was this deal. Then they had to say it out. They had to say it out in open court so you already can tell. Yeah, we ain't gotta say it on air though, where I get that information from. So 40 years and 20 years. Straight Drive got life plus 35. They offer Govan 40 and a 20 to be ran together, which would mean 40. Now, that's a hell of a deal. I mean, better than you going to trial. Now, if you go to trial, first of all, let's get into that. I wanted to share that with y'all, but then hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some truth in it. This dude already looks like before July 28 come that he finna take off, because look at the board. Look at what's on the board. Which one of these screenshots I got? Oh, here you go, right here. Now, that's not the one. First of all, I say he had a broken back. We ain't never seen it with no broken back. So, yeah, that's a lie. I'm looking for this screenshot. I probably already read it. It goes like this. One day he was already in court, right? Now he was in Judge Mitchell's court, and this is right after. This is after he wanted to come online on YouTube and play games and shit. He showed up for court this day, right? He was already up for roll call when his lawyer showed up the first time. Then I guess he started getting nervous about Judge Mitchell might revoke his bond, right? Or it might have been after the Olive Branch situation. Well, one of these times he showed up for court. Make a long story short, in one of these situations, whether it's from him going online or whether for him getting arrested in South Haven, he showed up for court with his lawyer, and then before they called their name, the lawyer must have whispered something to him because he got on out of there. They ain't put no bench warrant on him right now. You was already in court. You didn't have no emergency. You got spooked because you thought they was going to revoke your bond that day. And you left the damn courtroom. Now, if you left the courtroom because you thought they was going to revoke your bond that day, what would you do for a conduct bar looking ass? What you think he gonna do if he free? I guess he gonna, if he makes it to trial, because there's a lot of things that can happen, but I guess since he free, he can just come to court until get closer to the end of the trial, and he just feel like he might run off after while he working on the damn verdict. If he makes it that far, because he already really get out. He already got out of there when he thought they was gonna revoke his bond. So what would he do before they slam that hammer down? And he go in there and take straight drop some cheese and tell him, see, you should have ate the cheese. I had now we gotta make cheese noodles. You know what I'm saying? That's just a little light sense of humor, but it really ain't no gun. So that's some information I wanted to add and share with y'all too. And y'all can read, just look what's on the board, and then y'all get in the conversation and really tell me what y'all think, because it's something going on behind the scenes. Y'all better really pay attention. It ain't over with, so expect the feds. Because ain't no damn way. Ain't no way that Gotti and CMG name is coming up. But see, money protect money, just like everything else. It's a takeover, they take over. They grooming the new wave, the new era of handlers to handle us and profit them, so that those that look like us can shun on us and exalt themselves, and they become who we look up to, aka our handlers, which is at the same time feeding our young black men who's lost, by the way. Some of them can do better given a chance. Most of the time there are no chances, but this system that they running them through, the rappers, the dead rappers system, is like a real system. Get them. Go just seek only the ones that rap and talk about death, that sell drugs, tote guns, got beef. Make sure they got some beef going on, and make sure we put a handle on there. We're gonna give them everything that they need before they go on sign them. Give them some cash money. Make sure you give them some cash. Make sure you give them some cash. So and then take them to our jeweler that we co-own, and sell them some shiny rocks, overpriced, that they can't that they lost already. We're gonna take their money, then we're gonna put them in the lab, because they lab rats, and we are the masters. Why we own your masters? Because we are master. You don't own shit. We gave you the right to own your own shit. See what happened to Dolph, right? When you want to be independent. Man, I gotta cut that out so this video can get monetized. Let me get out of here before I start cursing, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I got a family to feed too, but I need my monetize, my videos. I don't care how much pennies on a dollar is. So I don't do this for free. I love y'all. Y'all like, share, subscribe. Always support if you wish to. Stay safe, stay true, and always stay blessed. Hashtag all three. Y'all already know what to say. Shout out to Shelly Shares. He's everywhere. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to my kings and my queens. And they're for real. The ones I talk to, the ones I don't. It's all love with True. Cash App $, True Results #2. Just gonna throw that out there. For whoever listening. And I'm gonna holler at y'all in the next video, y'all. No pressure, no worries. Always keep your head on swivel. And look out for one another. True, one love.
Did you know the dude they said was the mastermind? Did you know the dude they said was the mastermind? He said he from Orange Mountain. Orange Mountain quit.
I know him. He ain't Orange Mountain quit. He was in the mountain, but he ain't born and raised here like me. He came when he was already grown. He showed my homies love. It wasn't nothing but love between me and Dolph, man, all day.
That's 100.
Fuck with Dolph.
Man, what did you think when you saw the stuff with the case, man? I saw DJ Squeaky speak on it in an interview with, I forgot which news station it was, but like how they got one of the dudes, another dude testified, you know what I'm saying? One got sentenced to life, you know, some more that's involved, that's awaiting their sentencing. What's your thoughts on that, bro?
Well, on that particular subject, I know the real inside scoop, the street scoop. So, you know, whatever they talk about on that, that's that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot been going on since that, though. You know, so, you know.